Probably all of you heard what's going on, these 2-3 days after we have received the letter from the presidency of Council of Ministers in Baghdad that all international flights supposed to be, will be banned from flying over Kurdistan region. The letter, actually it wasn't so clear, the content of the letter, because the article they were referring to is already implemented by all airports, including KRG airport. So the remaining, we didn't know what else is required from us to implement it so that we can meet the deadline that they put for us, which was 3 days, and today is the last day. There is something talking about handing over the airport. To be honest, we didn't understand what does it mean. Handing over the airport, because airport is not actually an item that can be handed over to somebody. So we just want to try to understand how will be the mechanism, or technically how can that will be possible to be done. So far we couldn't get hold on Baghdad people through our telephone call. That's why KRG has sent official letter and also invitation, ask for a meeting to get everyone together so we can discuss closely, face to face, what's required from KRG airport to implement it, and if they want handover, actually how can that be possible and how can we do that. So far, up to this moment, there is no reply from Baghdad or whatsoever, noting that they have given 3 days to us to meet the requirement. Well, now we have nobody, to talk to or agree about the mechanism to meet or implement the point they have asked for. That's why we don't know yet what's going to happen. So if they go ahead with their decision, that means all the flights supposed to be stopped from 6 o'clock today. Sorry? My name is Talar Saleh. I'm General Director of Erbil International Airport.
There's a letter circulating from the Defense Ministry saying that they might shoot down any civilian or military plane departing after a certain time. Do you know if it's if it's not real, and have you asked anything about it?
Yeah. Regarding that letter, yes, I have seen that letter myself, which was from one military advisor to Ministry of Defense, in which is saying that for the safety of Iraq, any flight over Erbil, Duhok, Suleimaniya after 3 o'clock, whether military or civilian, it should be, they have to shoot that plane. But to be honest, I'm not sure if that letter is a forged one or the real one, but I've seen that letter myself.
What's your reaction to the implementation of an air embargo on Kurdistan?
Well, I feel really sorry for the situation we are in. We're not supposed to be in that situation, and aviation itself supposed to be quite independent, like in any part of the world. What we are seeing, and you can see the exercise in Iraq, is unlike anywhere else. The civil aviation supposed to send out any instruction regarding whatever concerns the aviation sector, but in Iraq anyone can take whatever decision without even consulting that part. Talking about the Iraqi civil authorization, well, we don't understand what are the things that the airport didn't implement it yet, and why this issue came out only now. Our sector is meant to be to serve people and civilian. So closing that door on the illness people, on the refugee that they are seeking safe haven through our airport, and all that humanitarian aid that's coming from different countries through our airport. Only a few years ago, we were a bridge between United Nations and Syria, and many tons of humanitarian aid went to Syria through our airport. And even now, our fight against Daesh, we are sending out a lot of injured Peshmerga and soldiers through our airport. So closing that door on all the people actually is a real punishment of Iraqi people. So I would say that Iraq should stop following that policy. Every now and then, for any political reason, he is first punishing his own people. That's why I'm not surprised, and one should not ask why people are voting for independence.
if the Iraqi government is demanding more presence here at Erbil and in other airports in Kurdistan, what sort of presence would you accept? Would you accept Iraqi federal customs officers, passport officers? Would that be a way of resolving this dispute?
Yeah. First of all, I mean, their presence, we are implementing that because they were present since 2008. So their inspector are coming only a few weeks ago. They were actually having a team of inspector checking cargo and, you know, our operational thing, even airlines and everything. So this is really coordinated. We are, even when we are sending our staff for training, we do it through ICAA and after their approval actually. So all our, you know, traffic controller is under their medical, you know, testing, certification and everything. So there is nothing new in this regard. But having all your custom, security, immigration, you know, exchanging them by different people, what does it mean? We are all Iraqi and those entities already belonging to federal government. So that's why we couldn't understand what are the things that they need. Even if there is something new, then they can explain to us at least. They give us 3 days deadline. Okay, we are ready. So what's your requirement and how can we technically implement your requirement? But there is no reply. I mean, there is no response at all from anyone.
This action by Baghdad is a good example of why Kurds voted for independence.
Exactly. I mean, nobody should ask why people are voting for that because every now and then the people, the civilians are paying for that. Punishing Kurdish people, it's not only Kurdish people here. You have a lot of displaced and refugees in Kurdistan. You have a lot of Arab people coming back and forth. That's why we have sometimes 18 Iraqi airway flights. So who's traveling on those flights?
Are you closing down the airport after the deadline or you continue with the internal flights?
Well, we don't have any instruction from the government and the KRG has not decided about that matter yet.
Do you confirm that military, humanitarian and diplomatic flights will still be in the air?
That's what came in the instruction. Those will be excluded from the ban.
Are you concerned about the effects on the economy that this closure is going to have? I know a lot of people are leaving today, businessmen, researchers, NGO workers. What effect is that going to have?
Yeah, definitely there will be financial impact. I mean, first of all, on the airline actually, because there are some people, they sold already ticket for, you know, a month or 2 months ahead. And let alone, I mean, the normal people that suffer from this. Also, the operation of the airport. I mean, you have too many international companies here which are providing, you know, ground service handling, and you have fuel provider that's supplying the plane with the, you know, so everybody will be affected by that decision. And we shouldn't forget that Iraq aviation sector will be affected by this decision as well, because we shouldn't forget that Erbil airport been playing a big role in the development and standing Iraqi aviation on their feet. You know, we have more flight and more number of passengers than Baghdad. So if they are taking such decision, they are taking back aviation sector 10 years, you know, backward. Any other question?
Can you say